Buying your first home is one of the biggest financial decisions you will ever make. For most people, it's also one of the most overwhelming. There's so much information coming at you from every direction: your agent, your lender, your family, the internet, and nobody tells you the questions you should be actually asking. Today, we're going to fix that. My name is Robert Portal, and I'm a home loan advisor. My team and I have helped hundreds of families across the nation navigate the home buying process while making it stress-free. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you will be empowered to make better, educated decisions. I'm going over the things that first-time homebuyers wish they had asked before closing on their home. These are the questions that could have saved them thousands of dollars, weeks of stress, and a whole lot of regret. So let's get into it. Question number one: what is my total monthly payment, not just principal and interest? This is the number one thing that catches first-time buyers off guard. When a lender quotes you a payment, they'll often lead with the principal and interest portion. That's the part that pays down your loan. But your actual monthly payment includes a lot more than that. You also have to account for the following: property taxes, which can vary widely depending on where you're buying; homeowners insurance, required by every lender; private mortgage insurance, or PMI, required if your down payment is less than 20% down; HOA fees if you're buying in a community with a homeowners association. When you add all of that together, your real monthly payment could be several $100s higher than the number you were initially quoted. So always ask your lender for the full PITI payment. That stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. That's the number you need to budget around, not just a teaser number. Question number two: what are all the costs due at closing? A lot of first-time buyers save up for the down payment and think that's the finish line. Guess what? It's not. Closing costs are the fees and expenses you pay on the day you officially take ownership of the home. They typically run between 2 and 5% of the loan amount. So on a $400,000 home, that could be anywhere from $8,000 to $20,000 on top of your down payment. Now, these costs include things like loan origination fees, appraisal fees, title insurance, escrow fees, prepaid interest, setting up your escrow account for tax and insurance. And the question to ask your lender early, not the day before closing, is: can you give me a loan estimate so I can see all the costs up front? By law, lenders are required to give you a loan estimate within 3 days of receiving your application. So study it and ask questions about anything you don't understand, and ask whether any of those costs can be covered by the seller as a concession. Question three: how long will their home buying process take? Most first-time buyers underestimate how long this takes from start to finish. From the moment you start working with a lender to the day you get your keys, the process typically takes anywhere between 30 to 45 days once you're under contract. But finding the right home and getting an offer accepted, that can take weeks or months depending on your market. Here's why this matters. If you're renting, you need to time the end of your lease with your expected closing date. If you're not careful, you could end up in a month-to-month situation, which is more expensive, or worse, homeless for a few weeks between leases. So ask your lender how long they typically take to close a loan. Ask your agent how competitive the market is and how long buyers are typically searching before getting an offer accepted. Build a realistic timeline before you start, so you're not scrambling at the end. Question number four: what loan program is best for me? Not all mortgages are created equal, and a lot of first-time buyers just go with whatever the lender puts in front of them without asking if there's a better option. Here are some loan types worth asking about. FHA loans, backed by the federal government, requires little as 3.5% down and are more flexible with credit scores. Conventional loans can require as little as 3% down for first-time buyers and don't require FHA mortgage insurance. VA loans, if you're a veteran or active military, these offer zero down payment and no PMI. USDA loans for buyers in eligible rural areas, also zero down. First-time homebuyer programs, many states and counties offer down payment assistance grants or reduced rate programs specifically for first-time buyers. The question to ask is: what programs am I eligible for, and which one gives me the best combination of low payment and low out-of-pocket costs? Don't assume your lender has automatically found you the best option. Ask him to show you the comparison. Real quick, if you're finding this video helpful, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We post videos every week covering the home buying process in plain English, specifically for first-time buyers. No confusing terminologies, just the stuff that actually matters. Okay, let's keep going. Question number five: what should I know about the neighborhood? You're not just buying a home, you're buying into a neighborhood. And once you close, you're there. Here are the questions first-time buyers wish they had asked before committing. What are the property taxes in this area, and have they been increasing? Are there any planned developments nearby that could affect the neighborhood? What's the school district like? Even if you don't have kids, it affects the resale value. What's the commute actually like during rush hour? not just on a Sunday afternoon. Have there been any issues with flooding, pests, or other recurrent problems in this area? Your real estate agent should be able to answer most of these. But don't be afraid to talk to neighbors, check your local Facebook groups, or even look up the areas on sites that track crime, school ratings, and flood zones. Do your homework on the neighborhood with the same energy you do on the home itself. Question number 6: what did the home inspection reveal, and what does it really mean? First time buyers often treat the home inspection like a checkbox. You hire an inspector, they hand you a report, and you move on. But that report can be a goldmine of information. If you know how to use it, ask your inspector to walk you through the report in person, not just email it. Have them explain what's urgent versus what's normal wear and tear. Find out which items can turn into expensive repairs down the road. Then take that information back to the negotiating table. If the inspection reveals a roof that needs replacing in the next 2 years or an HVAC system that's on its last leg, you have leverage. You can ask the seller to repair it, reduce the price, or give you a credit at closing. The question most buyers forget to ask is, what in this report is going to cost me money and when? That answer can save you from a very expensive surprise in a year or two of homeownership. Question 7: what are my ongoing costs before I move in? Your mortgage payment is not your only expense as a homeowner, not even close. First time buyers coming from renting are often caught off guard by how much it costs to maintain a home. Financial experts generally recommend budgeting 1% of your home's value per year for maintenance and repairs. On a $400,000 home, that's about $4,000 a year or about $333 a month just for upkeep. Beyond that, think about utilities, which can be significantly higher than an apartment, lawn care and landscaping, pest control, any deferred maintenance the inspection revealed. Ask the seller for the last 12 months of utility bills. Ask about the age of the roof, the HVAC system, the water heater, and the appliances. The more you know about what's aging and what's not, the better you can plan. Homeownership is one of the best financial decisions you can make, but only if you go in with realistic expectations about what it actually costs. Let's recap the questions you should be asking before buying your first home. 1: what is my monthly total payment, including taxes, insurance, and HOA? And PMI if applicable. 2: what are all the costs due at closing, and can any of them be covered by the seller? 3: how long will this process take, and how do you plan around my lease? 4: what loan program is best for my situation, and am I leaving any assistance programs on the table? 5: what do I need to know about this neighborhood before I commit? 6: what does my home inspection really mean, and how can I use it to negotiate? 7: what will it actually cost me to own and maintain this home every month? Print this list out, bring it to your conversations with your agent and your lender. The buyers who ask the right questions are the ones who close with confidence and avoid the regrets that too many first-time buyers are left with. If you found this helpful, subscribe so you don't miss our next video. And drop a comment below. What's a question you wish you had asked before buying, or one you're not sure how to ask right now? I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next one.